Alright, in this video I'm going to walk you through using AC method and flip and slide at the same time. So I'm going through the same examples that Mr. Champion did in the previous videos, but I'm going to show you side by side what they look like for the same problem. So again, this is the sheet that we're working on for the notes, and I'm just going to walk through. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all three, but I'm going to at least do the first one and the last one using both the slip and slide and AC methods at the same time. Alright, so for this first example, we have 4x squared minus 9x minus 9, and we are trying to do, again, both methods. So the first thing that you have to know when you're doing the AC method or slip and slide is you would need the x squared minus 9x minus 36. Because you need two numbers that multiply, multiply to negative 36 but add to negative 9. So if you do your sum difference chart, you have negative 36 and negative 9. So you know your larger number is going to be negative, so that would be 1 and negative 36. That would be 2 and negative 18. That would be 3 and negative 12. And that's the one that adds to negative 9. So that's the one that we're going to use when we're doing our product sum, not our product sum, when we're using our AC method or slip and slide. Alright, so what that looks like when you start to do the problem, for AC method, you're going to go back to the original problem. So you'll do the 4x squared minus 12x plus 3x minus 9. You put these first two together, second two together, so you have a 4 and a 12. You can take out a 4, an x and an x squared. You can take out an x, which leaves you with x minus 3 inside the parentheses. For the second set, you have 3x minus 9. You can take out a positive 3, which leaves you with x minus 3 inside the parentheses. And then your last step when you're using AC method, whatever's outside the parentheses goes together, and then you write down the other factor. Alright, so now let's do the same problem for slip and slide. For slip and slide, you just take whatever factors you had, put those inside the parentheses, and then you're going to literally work on the slide part of it, is where you slide that 4 back under each one of those factors that you found. 3 over 4 doesn't simplify, but negative 12 over 4 does. That one simplifies to x minus 3. So that factor is done. And now over here, right here, we got to deal with this 3 over 4. That 4 can't stay a fraction, so we slide it in as our coefficient. So 4x plus 3 and x minus 3. So either one gives you the exact same answer. So different methods, same answer. Alright, and then I'm going to pop over to the very last problem, because that one had a value that you needed to factor out. So I'm going to show you how I would have done that one for both of those two methods. So we have 16, negative 20, and a positive 6. All of those are divisible by 2. So that gives you 8x squared minus 10x plus 3. Alright, so we have an 8, a 10, and a 3. We don't have anything in common there, so we factored out the right number. So now when we're trying to look at our product sum chart, we need to make sure we multiply the 8 and the 3. So we have x squared minus 10x plus 24. So we need two numbers that multiply to 24 but add to negative 10. And because the number on the end is positive and the one in the middle is negative, we know they're going to have the same sign. So for this one, we're looking at a negative 4 and a negative 6, which gives us negative 10. If you're not able to look at that directly and figure out that that's 4 and 6, just remember to work through the steps and find all of the factors of 24. Let's see if it's going to let me Make that part that I just wrote a little bit smaller. Alright, so now let's jump into the AC method. So we're going to use we're going to keep the 2 on the outside, and so that will be 8x squared minus 4x minus 6x plus 3. And for this next step, I'm going to switch from parentheses to brackets because I'm getting ready to add parentheses on what would be the inside. So I'm going to switch over to brackets on the outside. So we have an 8 and a 4. We can take out a take out a 4. X and x squared. We can take out an x, which leaves us with 2x minus 1. And then we have a negative 6 and a positive 3. Because we need the inside to mirror, we're going to take out that negative 3, which is going to leave us with 2x minus 1 inside the parentheses. So then our last step for AC method is going to be 4x minus 3 and 2x minus 1. We're just going to put that 2 as a factor a little bit closer to our parentheses. Alright, so when we come over here for the AC, for the slip and slide method, we're going to have the 2 still on the outside. We have x minus 4, and we have x minus 6. Don't forget to slide the 8 back in there. So that's going to be x minus 1/2 and x minus 3 over 4. So now we're going to slide those coefficients back to the front because neither of those fractions can be simplified. So 2x minus 1 and 4x minus 3. If you don't know if your fractions are simplified enough or how to simplify those fractions, please just go ahead and pop that 4 over 8 and 6 over 8 into Desmos and allow Desmos to simplify those fractions for you. So that's just a side-by-side comparison of using both of those methods for some of the examples that we went over earlier.